Hello and welcome to No Man's Sky, everybody. ElanPaul here. We're going to be doing a special edition, again, bonus mission, if you will, of the 2025 Voyagers Playthrough. So, in this particular edition, as you are well aware, at this particular moment in time that it's been released, we are currently in the middle of the Redux of the RELICS Expedition. As I said in my last bonus mission, we talked about doing these from now on from a playthrough setting. So anytime there's an expedition that occurs while I'm in the middle of a playthrough, we will go ahead and do a bonus mission on that. So since we're doing reduxes, we're going to go ahead and have special bonus missions all throughout this whole series. So we have this one, we have one more after this, I believe, maybe one more. I don't know if there's going to be others after this, but we'll see what happens. And we're going to do it right from inside the Voyagers playthrough. Now I'm starting at this screen, unlike what I did last time, because we want to get the time as close as possible to see how well we do this. Now there are a lot less resources than anybody really realizes that they're going to need in this particular expedition. So a lot of folks are going to be gathering like a lot of carbon, a lot of ferrite. You really don't need that much. You need a mild amount of it. Very little, in fact, of anything. I think the most of anything that you really need is about 200 carbon, and if even that much, I think it's like about 150. You need about a little bit of condensed carbon, very little, probably about 10 or 15, because you get some in other ways. And the third thing, a lot of folks, you're going to be focusing on trying to get chromatic metal. Really don't need a lot. 135 is all you're going to need for the entire run. And you can get that from what you already have on you. And we'll show you a little something about that. Now, if you want to do this from inside your expedition, and I'm gonna take it a little bit slower, and I'm also gonna try to not use as much of the upgrades as possible. You get a lot of upgrades for your exosuit in this, and you get a few for your multi-tool and a few for your ship. I'm gonna try not to use those because I want to bring them back over into my play, because that'll give me boosts to my exosuit. Now, I've done some stuff. This particular bonus episode takes place between episodes 12 and 13. 13 hasn't come out yet, and neither has 14. So this takes place between 12 and 13. So let's get started. We're going to have no timer on the screen. I don't know how fast we'll get it done, and we're not going to really be able to tell. So this is not intended to say this is a speed run or this is going to be how fast you can get it done. We're going to do it in such a way as we're going to keep the storyline in play. We're going to read all the little instances and stuff like that, and it's going to take a little longer. I expect this episode to be about an hour and a half long. So let's see how this goes. I hope you all enjoy it, and let's get started. So I'm going to start it. There's my Voyager playthrough. And at this particular point, between right after episode 14, I recorded it. I've already posted it. It just hasn't come out yet for you guys. Between episodes, between that episode and that is 14, and this bonus episode as well as episode 15. Sorry, I'm going to mute every now and then if I have to clear my throat. I've done quite a few things. First of all, I've changed my appearance just ever so slightly. I've added some new stuff to my exosuit just to make it look a little different. I've done some stuff to my exosuit. You can see I have some extra add-on areas down here to technology. I've got 10 extra slots down here. This has got 3 more extra slots. I'm trying to build this all out, and I'm doing it legitimately. I'm doing it as legitimate as possible, finding space stations and going to the exosuit upgrades there through the anomaly, things like that. So I'm trying to do this as careful as possible so we're not cheating in any way, form, or fashion whatsoever. You see, we have some other things. I have added a personal refiner as well. I've got some upgrades in here that probably don't need to be in that order. That's kind of strange. Anyway, we did get the nutrient ingester from the last Redux, so that was handy to have that. I do have the Artemis translator still in here. I can get rid of it if I wish. The starship that I have, I've also upgraded a little bit. It's still an A-class, but now I got some more slots in this as well. Same process, and you'll see I have a lot more units than I used to have. I've been doing a lot of trading on over here, it's bothering me. I've been doing a lot of trading on Sentinel ships. I found a nice planet to get Sentinel ships from, and I've been farming them like crazy. Hence the reason why I have a lot of these radiant shards and mirrors, crystallized hearts. I've got a good collection of those in case I need them. So yeah, there's been a lot going on. You can see I've got some upgrades. I didn't realize I had 10 of these already. Good grief. 11 if you really want to be completely clear. I'll have to look into that one of these days. Anyway, so I've been really upgrading. I've got an extra storage container now as well because I've been gathering up stuff. The reason I did that is so I can move this into the storage container. There we go. XXX, there we go. Okay, they're in there. And you see I've even got some 4 extra storage augmentations for ships in here. I just haven't decided which one I'm going to put it in. I've actually been adding some to the Corvette as well. So a lot going on in between. And I've been building it out just because at some point you got to realize you just don't have the inventory space on your person at this point. I've also upgraded the multi-tool a little bit. It's still A-class, but I've got extra slots in it as well. You can see now I have a neutron cannon in here, and I put all this stuff to the side for the bolt caster. I haven't decided if I'm going to pull out the bolt caster or not, but I've got a damage potential on the neutron cannon of 54,000 right now, and we've got 2 supercharged slots it's utilizing right now. There is a third one over here, and I could probably try to do that as well now that I think about it. I don't think it'll work. Let me just see something here real quick. So we got one here, one here. In order to utilize that, keep everybody aligned. You see we're at 54,000. Let's see what happens here. Let me put it up here. 66,000. 64. Okay, 66. And what if we put you up here? Doesn't change. Yeah. So it does boost it a little bit. That's very interesting, from 54 to 66. I mean, that's a big jump. And I can't really put anything in here. I mean, very strange. I didn't expect that to work, to be honest. And I'm running out of room now. Let me see here. Let me move some of these things around. Now that I'm doing this in the middle of an episode, I'm so sorry. Okay, bear with me, guys, just a minute. Okay, good. And let's move you guys into slots that we don't need. I thought there would be a supercharged slot here, but I guess not. It might be over here someplace when I upgrade it, but it's still an A-class until I make it a B-class. You'll notice I got 130,000 nanites too, but doing some pirate station farming as well. Let's see. Let's put you... There we go. Okay. Alright, that's better. So, we got everything where it needs to be now. I'll just put that there. What the heck. Alright, that looks a little better. So, wow, 66,000. Good grief. Alright, so that's pretty good damage. I mean, it's not the 120 I got on some multi-tools, but that's pretty freaking good. Anyway, moving on. Plus, it runs on carbon, so, you know, it's... You never have to reset it. You know, 498 shots. Yeah, really good stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to end up getting a multi-tool that's going to have that same layout. So let's head up to the anomaly and get started. Like I said, I want to try to take back as much as I can. There was some really nice upgrades and stuff that you're getting in this, so I'll probably utilize them while we're playing, but I will uninstall them and take them with me when we exit the whole mission here. And this is a good one for you folks who have a main save that isn't very far along and you want to do the anomaly. You want to do the expedition, but you're not sure. So we're going to go in here now. One thing you can do is you can go in and out of the expedition. Something I didn't even realize. As a speedrunner, I usually do the speed runs from a new save. Rarely will I do it from inside of a regular save, like I'm doing right now. And usually when I do it from inside a regular save, I just play it through, all the way through, and get it over with. You know, usually within an hour or two. So, and then I'm done. So that's what we're dealing with here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not selecting any equipment. I'm not taking anything with me. There's really nothing to do. You have to get to the anomaly to take technology and cargo. If you put technology and cargo in here, you have to get back to the anomaly to get it. and you need some things, the things that you do need, you usually need right at the very, very beginning. And by the time you do your first jump and you have access to the anomaly, you don't need that stuff anymore. So I'm not even going to bother with that. So we're going to get some things done. I'm going to go ahead and start the expedition. We're going to accept it. You see, beginning the expedition will start a new journey, place you in the world. We search the space anomaly to retrieve stored equipment. Reach the space anomaly. You may switch freely between your expedition and primary saves at any time. I missed that part. I don't know how many times I've done this, and I missed that part. So you can do that, guys. Do you wish to continue? I'm going to accept, and we're going to get started. Now, the way I do this particular expedition is I play it in such a way that we are going to achieve 12 milestones, or clear out 12 milestones before we even leave the first planet. Okay? We may go into space briefly and come back down, but we're going to be getting it done in that fashion. Now, one thing that you have to do in this expedition is you have to dig underground and you have to gather about 2,600 silicate for one of the milestones. Be careful where you do it. I found that sometimes you don't gather as much as you should in certain areas of the planet, and I don't know why that is. I spent 4 minutes or 5 minutes on one of my speed runs gathering up silicate that should have only taken about 60 seconds or less. So I don't know what happened. And so we're going to test that theory here. And it's usually one of the first things I do. It's a decent looking multi-tool. Now, because we opened up our main save, the multi-tool we have will have the same supercharged slots. I'll show you. See? So it's got two supercharged slots. There'll be another one here later when we get the upgrades for this multi-tool. But I'm going to try to hold off getting that. Now, because I have them, I am actually going to utilize them. But here's something I'm going to do. You're going to be shocked. I'm going to uninstall the Boltcaster and all its upgrades. I don't actually need it. We're going to get a scatter blaster here soon. The scanner really doesn't come into play here. You can put it someplace just to get it out of the way. Terrain manipulator does, but you are going to need the mining beam, so I'm going to put it in a supercharged slot for now, especially while we're gathering resources. Starship's a little far away. Your starship doesn't need repair, but I'm going to warn you in advance, and this is something some of the other players have found out. Do not call your starship to you. If you do, you will wreck the expedition. It will cancel out getting that first milestone complete. Okay, so don't call it to you. You have to go to the starship. So in the exosuit, you're given three translators: the simple, the superior, and the advanced translators. For every word that they're giving you, like say for instance, one of the milestones gives you 9 words, this will increase it by +4. +2 and +1. So for every word, you're getting an additional 7 words on top of it. So for 9, if they give you 9 words, you're actually getting 63 words. It's cool to have that because it gives you the ability to understand some of the messages that are being given to you. But for our intents and purposes, for my intents and purposes in this particular playthrough, I am going to get rid of it. And there's a reason for it. You see, we uninstalled the Boltcaster. We got 50 chromatic metal over here, right? These are things, we need one more of those. So as I uninstall these, you'll notice I'm now up to 75 chromatic metal. Okay? We still have 2 of these. I need a 3rd one, so I'm going to hang on to these. These we do not need. These we need to sell. This is stuff we need. Okay. Let's move some stuff around. We need to get our jetpack as powerful as possible, so I'm just going to move that around. I'll leave my life support over here. Alright, so we're ready to go. So the first things first, you're going to see all kinds of animals everywhere. Go ahead and do your scanning. These guys are kind of pain in the neck. You got to be looking at the right exact spot here. Even though they're like right here and you can see them, the red dot has to be visible to you over the top of there, over the top of the area here. Okay. There's another one back there, but he's behind a rock. Now you need, just so you know, on the milestones here, you do need to get 6 minerals scanned, that is. You need to scan 6 creatures, we've got 1, and you also need to scan 10 plants, okay? You can do them all here on this first planet. Not to mention you need to adopt one, and you need to kill off 6 hazardous plants. You can see we can get a lot done here. So as I look around, I'm going to scan some animals. Scan rocks. Just scan everything. try to keep track of everything that you're scanning. I know it's a pain in the neck, but it's very handy to do so. In organics, we'll go ahead and scan those. Anytime you see a question mark pop up, just scan it. It's pretty much the easiest way to get this done. You can try zooming in. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, there's another plant down there already. I see some animals here. I'm going to go ahead and scan those. There's a little plant right in front of me. We'll go ahead and scan that. You don't have to stay on the plant. You can look away. Like, let's see, we got some lanthanum. Let's see if I find something else I haven't scanned yet, and I'll show you. Oh, there was a question mark. Okay, plant life. You can see I'm looking away. It'll scan it. Okay? So there you go. That's how this works. Do not touch the Gravitino balls, please. Let's go ahead and clear out some of these plants. So we need some oxygen. We definitely need that. We're definitely going to need carbon. We need condensed carbon. We can't get the big ones yet, but we'll get them in a little bit here. But get the condensed carbon. You'll need a little bit more than that. But the good thing about getting that condensed carbon, if you get a little extra, you can charge your... oh, I should have scanned that. Can I scan that? I can. See? Looking away. Got another plant. Good deal. Unidentified rock. Scan the rock. Okay, good deal. Soon we'll get what we need. Ooh, oxygen plants. If you can find a few of them, go ahead and grab them. Because that's actually very, very good. I mean, we're going to get oxygen from these guys. But... and another animal. Another rock. More rocks. Sooner or later, we're going to get the achievement. There we go. We got all the minerals, so we don't have to scan rocks anymore. Okay. Ooh, they got the puffer guys over here. Those guys are great for getting oxygen from. We don't need, like I said, a lot of it. You need about, I'd say about 200 is about all you really, really need to complete the whole expedition. Okay. So that gives us 60, and the killing of the plant will give us an additional... there we go. We're up to 85. And how much oxygen we have now? Let's see. There we go. 182. We're pretty much got everything we need. We'll get some more because we got to get some more of these hazardous plants. But there's a couple more. I'll grab some puffers from this guy here, and then I'm going to take out the 2 plants. And that should, I think, get us all of our hazardous plants. There we go. We got them all. I'll just grab the last one just because we started it. Alright. Grab a little bit of sodium. You don't need a ton of it. You just need it basically to recharge certain hazard protection every now and then. But otherwise, you don't really need it. Alright, so let's take a look and see where we are. We got this. This gives us our prepackaged advanced mining laser unit. Very, very good. So we'll go ahead and do that. You notice it gets us 5 inventory slots. I am going to utilize the 5 inventory slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to use those 5 because I want to fill in these gaps, but I'm going to try to hold off using any more at this point. I'm done with using them. We're going to put that in there for our protection. Here's our advanced mining laser, which if we put that in the supercharged slot, it's actually a little better off. All right, good deal. And that should do it. Any more animals we can scan? Looks like we got a few over here. Hold on. Well, there was one there just a moment ago. Got a flying one. Let's grab that. Need like 6 animals, I think. I don't think we scanned these guys yet. There we go. Got all 6. Excellent. A little more sodium. Alright. Okay, let's see what kind of rewards we got. Uprooting. Delicate flora and supreme toxic protection. Toxic protection is very handy on one of the planets you go to, so go ahead and grab it. I think we can put that there. There we go. And the flora is going to be sellable. We're going to go ahead and sell that. There we go. There we go. Any more rewards? Did we miss out anything? We did. Radiation protection and the creature pellets. So now that we've scanned enough animals, we get creature pellets automatically, so we don't have to make any from the carbon we've gathered. We still need a little bit more carbon, so we should really get some more of that. If you already got a bunch of animals around you, like right here we have 4. as you can see. I need a bunch. I need a whole bunch. Like, good, there's a good grouping of them right there. I'm going to go ahead in here, and I'm going to take the food. I'm going to set it to number 4 as my hotspot, and I'm going to drop it down there. I'm going to drop some more over here and get those guys pulled in. Get that one more guy. There it is. Okay, 4, and I think there's 6 over here. If we can get 10... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have 9. Oh, wait, one more is coming in. 10. Good. All right, we got it all. Just get 10 of them and just hang out with them for a few moments. I know this is kind of a waste of time, so to speak, but this is really good. Do not do anything with your multi-tool. Just a fair warning. Let these guys poop first, please. Yeah, we got to gather up 10 Fecium, so we have to wait for them to dump a load on the ground for us. Make a little pyramid. There's one. And there's another. So this guy already dumped a load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adopt him as a companion, because that's one of our... There you go, one of our milestones. And then I'm going to go ahead and take him out of here. There we go. Exit. He's gone. And as soon as you see at least 10 poops on the ground, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8. There's 9, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoot your laser. Just make them scatter. Then you can pick them up at your leisure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'll grab the last one just to clean up after myself. All right. Good, we're done. They're all finished. All right, so those 2 are done. So you see, we've already got these 3 done. Let me see. This one is domestication. This gives us a life support upgrade and 5 life support gels. So that's really handy to have. We're going to go ahead and put the upgrade in now. And the life support gels are definitely something we're going to hang on to. We don't need these anymore. You can sell them. Get rid of them. Same thing with the Fecium. You don't need that either. Get rid of it. So I put them in an area where I know I'm going to be selling stuff. Okay, what other things did we achieve? Number 5, nose in the dirt. We've collected the dung samples. That gives us 20 hexite. It's really not needed, and it's not worth a lot, but I'm going to just go ahead and achieve it out so it's done and put it down here amongst the list of stuff I'm going to sell. I'm not taking it with me. Okay, and you don't have to take everything with you. You can take some of these back with you to make extra money on your main save if you wish. I've got enough money now that I'm not too concerned about that. Nanites is really what I'm aiming for here. So, how many more things we got? We got plants, right? I think. Let's see, we got 5 plants. I'd like to see if I can find one more above ground, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Oh, we needed a photo. Where's all the animals at? Let's just take a peek. It's a whole bunch over there. Are they over here? Yeah. Make sure you just got a bunch of animals in the frame here. I think I already have a hotkey set up. I think that's enough. There we go. Good. Just need at least 3 animals in the frame, and that's all you need. So that's another achievement we just made. This gives us our fishing rig, by the way, as well as some lures. So we have the plans, but we may not have the ability to do anything with them yet, okay? So go ahead and at least get it set up for now. You see I need another carbon nanotube and dihydrogen jelly. We're going to get one at the ship, so just hang off on that. We've got plenty of chromatic metal, so go ahead and do it. And if I have enough carbon, which I don't have enough yet, but I can make one more of these for now, and I'll just gather up more later. So we'll get that put in. And that's enough for now. Just so it doesn't muck up our stuff, unpin the formula. Okay, so what do we got left? Let's take a peek. So over here, we have to locate our starships. So there's one that we're going to get done here. The rest of these we can't get done until we leave the system. So we're not going to go ahead and do that just yet. Here, we've got 3 of them completed. We do have to analyze some recovered data. So we're going to go ahead and select that. That's one more we can do, but we can't do any of the rest of these. Over here, we'll go fishing later, and we'll discover the rest of the plants while we're fishing. Unless we can find one on the way. None of these. Excavate terrain. We do have to excavate terrain, 2600, and I spoke about that earlier. And then the last thing, we've already got the one thing that we can get from Phase 5. So, let's go back over here. We're going to do the analyzed. And we're going to go ahead and dig while we have a chance. And we'll show you how that works out, okay? So I don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll find out, huh? So because I've chosen that bite-sized mission, it will tell me where there's some nearby buried cache. Now, nothing else will work except buried cache. So, or caches, as they might be called, depending on how you like to call it. So those are the only ones you can use. You notice at nighttime here that the temperature is low enough, unfortunately, to make you use your cold protection. That's the reason for your sodium. You don't have to dig for these, they're close to the surface. So grab the first one, open it. Okay. Look for another one. 349 that way, which is in the direction that our ship is in. So that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and head that way. You don't need anything dissonant, so just ignore it for now. If you want to gather some stuff, bring it with you, it's up to you, but I see no reason to do so. Alright, so there's our buried cache there. Remember I talked about the carbon that you needed? Now you have your advanced mining laser. Here we go. Okay. Laura. Breaking ankle. Great. It's okay, it's okay. Alright, grab our second one. Now the record. That gives us nanites, so it's worth taking, right? And third one is going to be over this way. It doesn't show me exactly where it is. Oh, there it is, up on the hill. Let's go ahead and utilize our plant here. I think that was a plant that we have yet to discover yet, but... oh, there was. Good. Yep, you saw right. I discovered a plant while flying. I don't think I've ever done that before. There's another plant, so that's 7. So that's 6 and 7 we just discovered. Awesome. And I know there's at least 3 plants underwater. I've discovered at least 5 of them before, so we should be in good shape for that. Go ahead and accept it, and that should achieve that. There we go. Bite size is complete. Now remember, we got to do the digging as well, so I'm going to switch over to my terrain manipulator. Choose the largest setting. Dig a hole. So the silicate powder seems to be doing good here. If we do a flattening, it should pick up a... ouch. Whoa, what happened here? Found a cave. Guess what's in the cave? There are plants in the cave. There's also inorganics, which we don't need right now, but if we do find the flowers, we'll go ahead and scan one. Wow, okay. Let me see if I can flatten out a spot here. Okay, there we go. So you see my silicate powder is climbing, but very slowly. So this is probably not the best place to be doing this in. We need 2,600. Oh, we're already out. Okay, let's just head towards the ship. Maybe we'll do this near the ship. We need 2,600. Cave, usually near a cave is usually pretty good. But, yeah, it happens. Let's get a little bit lower. Okay, so there's our ship over there. Looks like we got another cave right here. Oh, looks like we got a flower we can scan. There we go. Okay, so that's 8. So we're in good shape. Let's see what this gives us. Alright, so we need 2,600 silicate powder. So I usually do it this way, and it usually climbs up a lot faster, but this is not climbing up anywhere near as fast as I thought. It seems to be doing better over here, so I'm going to go in this direction. Very nice. Okay. I'm sure we've got probably just a couple thousand to go. Alright, it seems to be climbing faster over here by what looks like sandy area. No? No, it isn't. No, it's better over here. Okay, we'll stay over here. Rocky area is better. Okay. Very soon, it should be finished. Charge depleted. That's what I was afraid of. That's okay. We're almost there. Coming out. Coming out of the area. All right. We'll have to just do it over here. There we go. Okay, we got it. Now, the reason for getting that early on is because of the reward. This one's good. This one gives us navigation data, but it gives us pulse engine upgrades that we really need for our ship. So it's good to get those. And this one, the digging, gives us 30 salvage data. That is the money. That's the money that you get right there. I mean, the other stuff gives you money too, don't get me wrong, but that's the money you get. So, all right. Let's get over to the ship. Is that something we haven't done yet? All right, we ready? Let's put this in the ship while I'm thinking of it. I'll keep that for now, but this we're going to sell. This we're going to keep. We don't really need that, but that's okay. All right, get in your ship, and we're going to go through the dialogue. Ship communicator registers an incoming message. The frequency is unusual, broadcasts on an antiquated bandwidth, but the signature is identifiable. The Galactic Paleology Society. Answer the hail. You're not going to understand a thing they're saying. The alien babbles enthusiastically, not seeming to mind whether the specifics of their words are understood. Dust floats from their hands as they gesticulate. Attached to the transmission are details of an excavation schedule, plotting out a series of dig sites spread across multiple worlds. A collection of valuable relics are listed, offered as reward for participating explorers. Except the Galactic Paleology Society representative appears delighted. The first directive on the schedule is not a request for fossils, as I had expected, but a request for artifacts. Perhaps this first phase is a test, a measure of my excavatory skills. Couldn't speak that one. And there we go. So, get out of your ship. Now, you noticed that you were given a reward for this. Let's get that reward, and it is the signal booster along with a surge battery. Actually, you get 3 of those, but you'd only need 1. So, let's take a peek in our inventory. Let's go back. We're going to put our personal refiner in, first of all. You know, remember I said we needed more carbon? Well, we do, and let's do this real quick. We're going to uninstall our rocket launcher, pull out the copper, the carbon, and we're going to leave the rest of these here. So we got our engine module. Let's take the pulse engine. We're going to put it over here with a couple of the upgrades. There we go. And that'll give us a little more maneuverability and boosting. We're going to leave the hyperdrive where it is. We're going to put the shield there, and there's that dihydrogen jelly we were talking about, right? There we go. So, now your fishing pole's ready to go. Select it real quick and drop the bait in. There we go. That's ready to go. Alright, next on the agenda is, let me see here. See any more upgrades in there? No? Let's go ahead and check over here. Alright, we have no more rewards. We do have to collect an ancient artifact, which is already selected, so if we put down our signal booster we were given, and we do number 1, it'll scan for ruins. So that's our next thing. Ancient ruin site detected. So we're going to be digging for treasure in this one. You might remember my 101 video about that. So we have to dig for treasure here. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the signal booster behind because I really don't need it. While we're waiting, I'm going to put in a bunch of condensed carbon. We only need 60, right? So the condensed carbon I do have, I'm going to just split it in half and give myself some carbon. Because I've got 80 in there, and this thing has a full is fully fueled, and we really don't need that much, to be honest. So let's just go ahead and take the 170 carbon, hang on to it, and while we're in here, we're going to grab that copper, and we're going to turn it into 50 chromatic metal. So that added to this gives us 65, and when we're done with the fishing rod, we're going to go ahead and take it out, and it's going to give us more. You see it says dismantle, and you get 30 more chromatic metal. That'll give us enough to give us 3 warp cells, all total, and that's what we need. The only thing we don't have is we don't have ferrite yet, but we're going to get ferrite dust later. I'm not really concerned about getting that right now. Alright, and it should be just about done, actually, since I waited here. Yeah. Alright, so we're done there. And that's it, 65, and we'll get some more, and we'll have enough to get 3 warp cells. Alright, let's move on. We need to go to our site that we just discovered, so let's go there. As soon as we can take off, there we go. Let's see, where is it? It's over there. How far away? Let's start pulsing or moving towards it. 45 minutes away? Yeah, I think we need to get there a little quicker. What do you think? As soon as you see rocks, that means you're in space. Try to get it locked in on the ancient ruin and not somebody's base. And there we go. It's almost daytime, it looks like, so that's good. And take a look around. Look for water while you're coming in. It looks like we got some water to our right. Possibly some straight ahead. Looking for a decent body of water. Yeah, we don't really have too many decent bodies of water here. We've got a little one right there. It might do. We only need to get 2 plants, and it should be enough to get some fish and get the 2 plants we need. So, alright, let's bring this down. Park it. We're kind of pointing in the direction that the water is in, so I know to go that way. Looks like a sentinel's already appeared. So here's our ancient site. We need 3 keys. If you'd like to gather more, that's completely up to you. Let's see, I need to move over to the terrain manipulator. We're going to put it on the largest setting. First key is here. Right there. 1. Second one, if you follow this down and to the right, this way, you'll find your second key. There it is. And the third one, you see that post sticking up right there? This is a ruin, so follow it down this direction, you'll find your third key. There you go, easiest way to find them. And then it's already pointing you where the treasure chest is, but I already know it's right here. In, use your 3 keys to open it. Alright, and we're done. Now, we didn't get much of a treasure out of that. I'm just going to show you real quick. We got this. It's worth 174,000, but we're going to go ahead and sell it anyway. So, anyway. Alright, up we go. So we're done with that. Let's go ahead and get the reward. That's right here. This gives us base computer plans, which we're never going to use. Prepackaged scatter blaster. I told you we were going to get that. Band hazard protection upgrades and frost protection upgrades. We need those upgrades. And a lot of folks are like, oh no, hang on to it. You can sell it. No, don't worry about it. You won't need that. We'll put that over here. Okay. And it wants us to build a warp cell. That's why it's flashing at us. So I'm going to put the scatter blaster over here. We don't really need our advanced mining laser to be there anymore, so I'm going to put the scatter blaster here and put it in a supercharged slot. Gives us extra damage potential, okay? And we'll use that later. And we're going to use our fishing rig in just a minute. Time to go fishing and discover just a couple more plants. And you have plenty of launch fuel, so don't worry about taking off and landing. Alright, this is deep enough, and you already see that there's a plant there. It looks like one right. No, it's inorganic, it says. One more plant. Let me see if I can find something. I think that's plants over there. Yeah, they are. That should be it. Yeah, 10 plants. Okay, good. We're done. So, let's count it out, folks. Let's get that reward real quick here. This is going to give us just some more stuff to sell off that we don't need, or you can hang on to it for later, but I suggest selling it off and getting rid of it so you have room in your inventory. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. The only one we haven't done here is landing 7 fish, so we're going to do that right now. It doesn't have to be any specific fish, just catch 7 fish. Now my suggestion is try to stand in the water. I haven't done that myself, so I'm probably going to move over there a little bit and get in the water. And I'll show you why in just a moment. Let's catch our first fish. Anytime now. There we go. Alright. Now, because you have that bionic lure, you're going to get some really good fish here, folks, okay? So, we should be able to release the fish. So, you see we have 206 nanites. If I release that, look at that. Gave us an additional 72 nanites. Isn't that great? So try to stand by the shore, so as you catch the fish and you recast, you can release the fish in between. And you notice the weather here has been pretty good. It gets a little cold at night, but that's it. Anytime now. So we have 1 fish. This is number 2. Gonna recast. While we're doing that, we're just gonna hit the E button real quick. Gives us how many? It was an A-class one, so it gives us 100. So you see we're getting plenty of nanites, so you don't really need to sell your upgrades. Just keep mindful of what you did get and hang on to them. An advanced mining laser, for instance, is really cool because you don't have to build one. If you can bring them with you, anytime you get a new multi-tool that you want to hang on to, you can just pull it out of your inventory. Good on nanites right now. There's a drift occurring for some reason. I don't know why. There you go. Cast. Drop it in. Get rid of the oyster. Okay, we're up to 4. So this would be number 5. There we go. Big guy. Rockfin. Okay, not going to give us much because it's a C class, but that's okay. Every little bit counts. How many are we up to? Yeah, 628 nanites, guys. We get 1 more, and it's more than enough than we need for the entire run. Maybe 2. There we go, moon turtle. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one. That gives us another 100. Excellent. So the 7 fish catch and release gives you all the nanites you need, guys. There's 2 things we need at the space station. That should be it. Real quick, let's release it. There's your... There it is. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to go into our multi-tool real quick, and we're going to uninstall the fishing rig. We don't need it anymore. Okay? So that gives us a couple of nanotubes back, the dihydrogen jelly, but more importantly, it gave us the chromatic metal. So we can do our antimatter. I can make 3 of these. I can make a 4th one if I wish, but I only need 3. And I do need ferrite to make the shell for it, so we'll worry about that in just a minute. And did we get our reward? We did not. Hadal cores. The aquatic treasure is worth a lot of money. Hadal cores are actually worth a little bit too. See? 185,000, but you know what? I'm going to put them in here, get 100 more nanites out of it. And guess what? Almost 1,000 nanites. Doing Rocky, this is fantastic. We get in my ship. So we are done. We've got 12 milestones complete. We are finished with the starter world. We're out of here. Line up with your space station. Now, I'm trying to figure out a way that we may not even have to go to the space station. What's our warp capacity here? Our hyperdrive, 160? That's good for the first jump, but it's a little bit short for the second. And we're not going to get an upgrade for our warp drive until we get to Rendezvous 2. So we do have to stop here at least for 1 upgrade to our warp. While we're here, we'll hit the terminal, and we'll sell off all the stuff that we have. All the things that we want to get rid of. Sell. Right. Sorry. So we're going to get rid of this. Already worth $1 million. One of those prizes. The creature pellets, the Fecium, Convergence Cube. Unless you really need these things, you want to bring them back with you, just get rid of them. I don't need the quantum computer. We don't need the hexite, the mammal nest. I'll hang on to the carbon nanotubes, but I don't think we need them. I don't think we need the wiring looms either, to be honest. The platinum we can get rid of, that dihydrogen that we collected by accident, the berries, the salvage data. We really don't need those either. They're not worth a lot, but look at how much money we got for crying out loud, people. 7.8 million. Do you think you need any more? No. Get some ferrite dust. If you want to get some cobalt, make yourself some batteries, you knock yourself out. We don't really need it, but what we do need to do is make 3 of these. There we go. We make 3 of these. Got it. Take it. Drop it in your warp drive. Okay, that's all ready to go. And you'll see that we have everything we need. We got 1 line of information up here. We have some life support, some navigation, and we got plenty of slots in here. We got 24 slots available to us right now. So we can, you know what? We do need to get rid of this. We're not installing anything else on our person except what upgrades they give us. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. That gives us 2 extra slots. We'll keep the chromatic metal in case we really, really need it. We don't need the silicate. Let's get rid of that. And I'll just line everything up here. So these we don't even really need the navigation data, to be honest, but I'll hang on to it for now. I don't think we ever use it. So there we go. So that gives us 1 extra slot, actually. So 10, 20, 27 slots available to gather bones with. So that's a good sign. That's good. That's good. So we don't need to hit the pilots up for anything. You don't need any more chromatic metal. Let's hit the technology guide. Just go down one and get the C-Class hyperdrive. There's no other hyperdrive upgrades, but just get the one to give you a little bit of a boost. And this is going to boost us to 246. Doesn't seem to make a difference where we put it. Okay, good. Off we go. You just need about 225 to get to Rendezvous 2. All right. Map. We're off to Rendezvous 1. Not bad, right? Now, granted, we are taking our time with this and doing a lot of explaining. So we've done 45 minutes, actually probably about 40 minutes into this so far. Beyond what I was doing and explaining things. So maybe 35 to 40 minutes is what we've taken so far. In-game, we've probably done a lot less. Rendezvous 1, there is no reason to go to the space station. Just ignore it. Go to the rendezvous. Try to line up pretty good because there's a lot of bases and save points on here. So try to line up as best you can. I know one thing that goes through your mind as you're heading towards this, you're looking at the display there and you're saying, well, how's my pulse drive going to do? Am I going to have enough juice to get everywhere I'm going? Actually, yes, you will. You don't need any more pulse tritium or anything like that. You guys should be fine for that. Okay? Now, Rendezvous 1, on this planet, we're going to do some work here. We do have to get some bones, whether we like it or not, because we have to complete certain objectives while we're here. So we're going to do that while we're here. We're going to hit a couple of the bone sites here. Look for a glow on the ground, and it's usually going to be what you're looking for. See? Like right here. This is the bone guy. It's always got this ethereal glow, like a foggy-looking glow. While you're here, before you do anything else, stand right on top of it. Just pick it up. Your first bone is gone. Okay, don't worry about the wheelbarrows. They don't contain anything at these first 4 rendezvous. Rendezvous 5, you're going to grab some stuff. The Galactic Paleology Society agent catches my eye as they dust themselves off. Sav. And it says, you are new? Good. Many of you here. Friend you have for us. I love doing it that way. That's a lot of fun. The alien smiles approvingly. They gently push the artifact back toward me. It is mine to keep. Okay. So there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that reward. We're going to get the fossil display, inventory slots times 3, and get words times 11. I am not going to do the inventory slots. I'm going to try to go without. Okay, so we're going to ignore that. I'm just going to hit the right click and get out of there. So that gives me 3 extra inventory slots. I'm going to probably store them in here. I don't need the surge batteries too. You really don't need the repair kit unless you want to take it back with you, but you definitely need these. I'm going to, for the sake of purposes, how many slots does this thing have here? 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So all total, we have 22 available slots. And I had, what, 10, 26, 27? So let's do the math on that. So 27 and 22 is 49. So we're going to be about 6 slots short of what we need. Okay? Keep that in mind. 6 slots short. So once we are done with the gun and we face off with those guys, we can get rid of this. We don't need it anymore, so that's going to be 1 slot added on. So that gives us 5 slots that we need to make available to us. We can get rid of that. That's going to be 4. As we use up the bones, it will actually decrease, so we should be good. I think we'll be good. And I'm not going to install the Starship upgrades either, because we're going to end up getting some more stuff in here, and I'm going to try to wait till the end if I can. But the upgrades are going to take up some slots, so we're going to have a few slots taken up over here. Hopefully we have enough. We'll see what we can do. But I'm going to hold off putting in one of these, one of the upgrades for the hyperdrive. I'm looking right at it, trying to say the word, and I can't think to myself. It's just sad. Put it. Okay, that's fine. All right, so moving on. So what we need to do is next is we need to gather bones. Now it's going to take us to some bones over to the right, which are pretty close by. They're about 400 units away. We got another set, 600 and 400 over there. There are going to be more to the far side of this, but the one thing that you're going to miss is you're not going to see where this camp is anymore. That's going to be tough, but try to note where you're located at and some of the surrounding area. Got a big tree here, things like that. So Let's see how that works out, right? Good place to get your plants if you haven't gotten them all. And I'm going to fly to every one of these locations. I don't care how close they are. Okay, switch over to your terrain manipulator. Largest setting, and you're just going to leave it there for now. Now, we do have to fight some guardians, so that's what our scatter blaster's for. 2. That's a good one here. 3. Whoa, okay. Alright, 4, 5, 6. And it looks like we got all the skeleton parts they want us to get. Okay? So we can do it right now, or we can find a whole bunch more bones. I'm just pausing for just a second. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do them all right now. Not right now. I'm going to go ahead and do this particular thing here, and we're going to get the rest of the bones at Rendezvous 3. But we do need more for Rendezvous 2, so rather than having to find those, let's see what we've got in our inventory. If we have enough, we need another skull, we'll need another tail, we'll need more legs, and we'll need another ribcage. So we really should do more. Let me go ahead and get some more. Looks like we got some over there at 288. Gotta get my ship a little bit. Still gotta get away from my ship a little bit. There we go. And we'll go ahead and grab those. And you notice that I'm just flying over here, right? I could have ran over. There's only one bone here. I'm going to grab it. But one thing we can do while we're here is we're going to switch over to the scatter blaster. Pick one of these guys up. Lucky enough to have a supercharged slot, you're in good shape. There we go. We got 2. 2 done. Alright, it takes a long time to reload. Let's find our next bones. And it's not looking for them for us now. We have to find them on our own. There's another fossil bed over there. Let's head over that way. And it says we did collect a bunch of parts, but we need at least 2 of everything to get what we're going to need. At the next site, we'll get a rib cage, so we don't have to get that. Switch back over to my manipulator. And it looks like there's only 1 bone here. Oh, nope, there is more than 1. 1. Oh, that was a plant. Alright. Alright, where is our guy over there? There are some more bones over here next to another vigilant stone. So let's head over there. Okay, we're at 12%. We should have enough to launch one more time. If you can land. We get a reward. We did, didn't we? Alright, that gives us this reward. I am not going to install these. I'm taking them with me. There's only 2, but I'll take them with me. These I will install. I don't know what that gives us. Wrong way. Take that. Okay, so 62.89, 62.90. It doesn't do a whole lot. 63. 69. Wow, it actually does more damage that way. 62. 69. Okay, so it really doesn't make a difference. 62. 62. So as long as this is over here and it gets that, it gets enough. I wonder if we put it here. No, made no difference. How interesting. Alright, more damage that way. Go figure. So, alright, we'll leave it there. Okay, so let's dig these up. You know what? I'm going to get the... let it reload. There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. Let's get the bones. 1, 2. I think that's all there is here. Pretty sure. Yeah, there's none down below. Let's go ahead and get our guardians. Go back to Scatter Blaster and pick one of these up. And it should be 2 of these guys again. Got 1. And you might as well take out the second one because he'll just follow you around anyway. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we're done. So Scatter Blaster is complete. We really don't need it anymore. So I'm going to move back over to my terrain manipulator, put it on the largest setting so it's ready to go. Let's check out what bones we have. Do we have at least 2 skulls? We've got 3. We have 2 tails. We've got 1, 2, we got 3 tails actually. 5 tails. Okay, we only got 2 pairs of legs though. We need more legs. So let's get 1 more of these if we can. We're heading back in that direction. So I'm going to try to look that way, or adjacent, but I don't think we can. Alright, let's go to the site and get this taken care of, because there's no bones near us. And I'll show you another little trick behind that. Ah, good. My launch thrusters were perfectly used. Let's head back and get this particular achievement done, but we do want to pick up some more bones. And this is not a bad planet to do it from. It's actually a pretty decent planet. Alright, so we collected an entire skeleton. We just had to be close by for it to register. So let's go ahead and grab that. We get some upgrades out of it. Now, the thermal protection upgrade I really kind of need. So I'm going to go ahead and take it, but again, these take up room. So keep that in mind. If you don't want the geology cannons, it's up to you. I'm going to move them over into my starship for now. Now, the polished stone is another story. The polished stone that you get, put it in there, and actually you'll get that as a reward as well down here. Salvage scrap and polished stone. So take your polished stone, put it in here. You're turning it into, see what you got out of this? It's pretty good, isn't it? It's worth a lot of money, so you can take it with you. I'm going to put it over in my exosuit, my ship. These stupid localized storms, they drive me nuts. Anyway, we got some more silicate powder. You really don't need it, so you can go ahead and just recharge and then get rid of it. And we don't need any more projectiles, right? We're done with that, so I'm going to pull out my scatter blaster, make sure it's fully loaded, and we're going to get rid of the extra ammunition to make room in our exosuit. And we haven't had to use that yet, but we'll see what happens. Okay, good. We don't really need these either. Why did we do this? Because we needed the pure ferrite. We don't need all of it. We only need about 100, well, 125 is how many you need. But I'm going to go ahead and just turn it all into pure ferrite just so I can take it all, and it only takes up 1 slot in my suit. And we're done. Now we got to make the display. This is going to take up room. Use a skull. Torso, we only have 1. Wings, we'll get more later, by the way. Just use whatever. Lower limbs, and a tail. Okay. Get that. Hang on to it, okay? Now, if you want to make room in your suit, you can sell it to the guy that's over here. We don't need these, by the way. You can take them with if you want. They are worth something. At 10 of them, you get about 2 million, but you'll only have the 2, so just go ahead and get rid of it. Really don't need it. So again, we're taking up room, but we have to be careful. Okay? Take some of these upgrades with you. You're going to have to do it right. All right. Let's take a quick look. There is a bone site over here at 277. That's in a different direction than where we were going. I'm just looking around real quick to see if I see any others. So let's head to that one real quick. I want to grab that before we go. Because the more we can get here, the less we have to get at number 2. And we may not have to get any at number 2. Why is that highlighted? I wasn't going for that. That's weird. Does anyone else think that's weird? I wasn't trying to... It said bones. It didn't say armored clam. Son of a gun. Okay, well, that's interesting. So if you do this, number 5 or 4? 4. Highlight the bones. It'll tell you that there's bones in that direction, okay? We go within 1,000. It's very hard to get it within the 1,000 range, but sooner or later it'll get there. There we go. There's the bones. You can find it as long as you're within 1,000. You can see it. See it. Oh, it's a pretty big bird, man. Get that as a pet. That would be pretty freaking awesome, don't you think? Anyway, moving on. I really thought that was a bone. I didn't realize it was a clam. All right. There's a couple of these that have a lot of bones at them. Some of them don't, but some of them do. This one has a decent amount. Try not to get the vigilant stones. 2. Like I said, they will follow you incessantly. 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so that's good. How did we end up? Oh, mostly legs. That's good. That's good. And we're going to get a rib cage at the next spot. So we're actually ready to go. This is good. You can look around again, and there may be some more nearby. It's up to you if you want to keep going. I think I will. Mainly because it's there. So as long as it doesn't have like one bone, it should be good. That looks like it's got a few. Try not to land on top of it, okay? Because you'll have trouble digging them out. Yeah, it's got a few here. That's good. 2, 3, and 4. Good one. Oh, 5. My bad. 5. Excellent. That's really, really good. Another site over there. Let's just keep going for now, because as long as we're finding decent amount of bones, we're in good shape. We've already found 21 according to the list. And just hover, and if it turns out to be one bone, we'll get the heck out of here. I think it's only one. Nope, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. I had like 5 or 6. Alright. Really happy about that one. Yeah, look at that. That's good. That's a good one. Whoops. Yeah, the bone, even though the bone isn't there anymore, the spot it took up is still there. So, unfortunately, it's a little bit of a problem when you're digging. So that's another one, and this one. Okay, that's it. Here, good. Wow, that's good. 26 we're up to already. Let's check out the next site real quick. 800 away. Where's our ship? Honey, where's my ship? It's right over there, over the hill. If you're close enough to your ship, by the way, the good news is it'll all copy over. So, in other words, if you overflow your inventory, it'll go into your ship. And the only time... Oh, it looks like it's only one. Well, no. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, this turned out to be a really good idea. We almost fell through the world there. 1, 2, 3. This is a great one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy mackerel. I don't think I've seen a site like that in a long time. That was a really good one. So that was very much worth my time staying put. Okay. So our inventory is getting there, right? We're just about getting full here. Wow. Right? Okay. Starship. Got plenty of room. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some bones over right now. We're going to fill out the ship till we get to about here. I think that... No, one more. There. Okay. That way the ship has still a little bit of room in it, and it keeps your inventory a little bit more open. Is there a lot here? First time we find one bone, we leave. Looks like that's all we got here, so I'll just grab the one. Is there some down below? No, there isn't. Okay, so that's it. So we're going to be out of here now. I'm not going to bother looking for any more here. We got 35. Now, this is rendezvous 1, right? We got 4 more rendezvous, which will give us 1 bone each. So we really only need to find 51 bones. So that's 16 more bones and we're done. Okay, here we go. Let's go to rendezvous 2. Now, at rendezvous 2, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the space station real quick. This is one of the longest jumps you have to make, but the beauty of rendezvous 2 is not so much the S-Class hyperdrive upgrade, it's the fact that that S-Class hyperdrive upgrade also gives you efficiency, an efficiency boost to your hyperdrive. So it's usually a good reason to head there. And with all the rewards that we've gotten along the way, movement system upgrade and launch thrusters upgrade with more nanites, yes please. So I'm going to put this in our inventory over there. This will go to our launch thrusters. I'm going to move you over to there, because we're going to get one more upgrade for up here. Alright, is there anything else? There we go. Okay. Yeah, we got extra nanites for it. That's great. Not that we need them anymore. Throwing away the fish gave us about 700 nanites. Okay, purchase, go to the end. There's your hyperdrive. You are. Let's put that in. Gonna go right here. Watch our hyperdrive range jump to almost 500. Yeah, 568. Warp cell efficiency 125. So what we have in here is more than enough for our journey. Okay, guys? Any more rewards that we need? Nope, we're all done. So let's go on to the second dig site. And we're on our way. Alright, second dig site is to our right. On that planet there. Now remember, I haven't done anything to my pulse drive as far as added any fuel to it. So, we're just going to keep going here. Anything we need to do in here? No. Get this out of the way, because I'm going to get more upgrades for our ship soon. That leaves us with 4 slots. We haven't had to use the repair kit. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. What is this? Prepackaged? Personal force field, right? We don't need that. I'm going to get rid of it. I honestly don't need the geology cannon. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those too. Alright. There. Okay. Looking good. Yeah, they locked in on a base. Fortunately, the base was right near where this is, so we're in good shape. Same concept. We're coming in on the night side, which is good. Look for a glow. We're going to come in a little shallow. And look for the glow. Oh, daytime's coming. See that glow? I don't think that's it, though. That's another glow. And it's daytime. Oh, it's over here. It's right there. There's the glow. Okay, we're not doing any digging here. Okay, we're going to leave this alone. We're just going to grab the one bone, which should be a rib cage. Yes, it is. Hit up this guy. The paleontologist wipes a film of moisture from their forehead. They are evidently excited to see me. New worker friend, sight, we, creatures, 2 legs. 4, help friend, bones, fossil, us, ancient creatures. Yep, makes no sense to me either. We, your best 2 legs fossil. Okay. So we're going to get our reward for this. Display and inventory slots, more Gek words. There's a display. We're now taking the upgrades, and now if you take a look at our starship, you'll see we now have 8 exosuit expansion units that we're taking with us. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down the fossil display. We already got the entire collection because we gathered extra bones on the way. So we'll go ahead and take that too. We get an auto charger unit for our launcher and a supreme scanning system upgrade. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into the ship now. This goes over here. See, that's why I did that. And while it's daytime, this show to start charging soon. And we'll go ahead and just put the scanner module in here, even though we really don't need it. All right, let's put down our biped fossil display that it gave us. I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go. Should have everything we need to make it. Torso. Oh, he's going to be real short. Put some upper limbs in, some lower limbs in, and a tail. That's the funkiest looking skeleton I've seen in a hot minute. Okay, there we go. And we'll get that reward. There it is. And done with this particular site. Don't worry about the wheelbarrows here again. So this takes care of it. You get the rocket boots, supreme movement system upgrade, 300 more nanites. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I do not like the rocket boots. I am going to delete them. I could take them with me, but I will never use them, and I know that they're worth 480 nanites. Maybe it's worth keeping just for that. Alright, maybe I will. We'll see. I'll put it in the starship for now, but I'm not tickled about having to take it with me, to be honest with you. Yep, I said tickled. There we go. Everything's moved over. All right. Got plenty of room. Let's go. We are done with 2. So phase 1 is complete. Phase 2 is complete. Let's go ahead and get our phase 1 reward. That's just posters. We don't go into our inventory. Phase 2 gives us an egg. I'm going to hold off on that until the end. There we go. And phase 3, we just got to go to the 3rd dig site. And we do have to exchange fossils with them there. So we'll go ahead and do that when we get there. We could do it here. You could do it anywhere. On phase 1. But we need to have enough fossils to do it with. So. Interesting. Off we go. Okay, in this particular location, we're not going to any more stations anymore. We will be going to the anomaly at some point, but we're not doing that till the end. Very, very end. Alright, let's see. Selenium, so this is going to be a hot planet. If you do need extra chromatic metal, quartzite is a really good item to get. And we're not going to the planet there, we're going to the moon. Abandoned Crucible. Oh, great. Got locked in on somebody's base again. I don't know if this is going to work, but... Okay. Well, we'll go the old-fashioned way. Always tell folks that. Please don't make bases on the rendezvous. Make your base. By all means, make your base. That's not a problem. It's uploading them to the server that becomes a problem. Because then it gets in the way of everybody. Alright. Dig sites down below over here. Alright. And you notice that because it has relics here, take a quick look around and see if you see any memory stones. Got one right there. Let's get some memory stones while we're here. I didn't realize they were so close. That one's a little further away. That one's pretty close. Because sometimes you'll see one and there's actually 2 there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy while he's right here. Need 3 of these. That one was up there, right? Yeah, 269. We'll hit that when we're done. So let's hit the camp real quick since we're here. Where's the bone at? Bone's over here. Let's grab the bone. Oh, another rib cage. This dude is right here. Oh, I should be going through this. I am so sorry. I'm so used to doing speedruns, I just kind of click through all the way, and I wasn't even thinking about it. Is strange friend. Bones we have are different creatures. Ancestor has 4 legs. Has none. You help us. We'll offer to assist. You, friend, your work has scan of us are 4 legs. Yep, no idea what he said. But, sorry about that. That's my bad. Alright, so we're going to get this. This gives us our fossil display. More inventory slots that we're not going to use. There we go. And we need to sell a bone. But you know what? I think at this juncture, I'm going to wait till the very, very end. Okay? So for the purpose of what we need to do, let's put our quadruped display down. And let's make it real quick. That's an interesting skull with those things there. That's pretty cool. 4 legs. Those look like 4 legs. Hind legs. Let's grab the hind legs. And a tail. I'm going to go with a regular tail this time. That is about as close as I can possibly get. That's pretty good. There we go. New exhibit already taken. So let's go in here. We get this one as a reward. This gives us hyperdrive upgrades and an aquajet unit. We're not landing in the water anywhere that I'm aware of. And multi-tool inventory slot times 5. Now, in actuality, we don't need any of these right now. So I'm going to ignore taking the award so I can free up some space. We'll take it at the end, okay? And let's get the next one. There we go. And this one gives us a neutron cannon, which we will like to take back with us, the P-field compressor unit, and 500 more nanites. Again, we don't need it right now, so we'll wait. We do have to exchange fossils with the collector. Again, I'm going to wait until the end. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go over here and select this. So we need to get to 53. So 16 more fossils is what we need. So we have that to go to. Let's head up there real quick with the ship. We'll get our memory stone. This is the best planet to get it from, or else you have to go to a different planet later on to find them. But you're already here. Grab them while you can. Okay. And before they tell us to go look for bones, look for memory stones. Alright, looks like this is where we're going anyway. Alright, so let's head to that fossil bed right there, and we'll see if we can find another memory stone nearby. One of them does have a memory stone nearby it, so this is not far away at all. Just land at the top of the ridge. 16 bones, remember? Terrain manipulator, let's put it on the largest setting. Looks like we got 4 here. 1, 2, oh, looks like 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice. Now we got 10 more to go. Alright, next spot is over there. Got it. Okay, there is another one over here, but it's a little further out. And while we're looking through here, we're going to switch out and see if there's a memory stone nearby. Just like I said, I think one of these had one very close by. That's interesting. Incoming meteor shower. Very wonderful. I think I'm going to get in my ship now. That's not my ship. Why? Why hit me with meteors? Alright. There's the fossils. Look for a little glow on the ground. That would be a memory stone. We only need one more. If I can get over here. Here we go. Okay. On top. Alright. And we're going to dig down so we can get out of the way of these things that are following us, apparently. That's 2, and there should be one more. 3. Alright, we got 3 of them. Where's the next set of bones at? 572 units away, and if we look through here, 189 is the nearest memory stone. I think that's pretty much the closest one, if I remember correctly. Yes, that appears to be it. Okay. I get in the hole. You know what? I think we'll fly over because of the fires that are going on right now. It's going to keep doing that, so we might as well just take advantage of the fact that we have a ship. Got a charger, we've got launch fuel, we'll be alright. This one is in the middle of all these rocks. There we go, that should do it. So 3 memory stones have been investigated. Let's get to where the bones go. Well, pulled us out, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and land and see if we can find the bones now. Because we had the bones all selected and everything like that. Let's see what the reward gives us while we're in here. Looks like this is it. Dirty bronze, we don't need it right now, so we're going to leave it out. And these 2 we already decided. Okay, so let's go back to this and that. Okay. So the bones we had already selected, but for some reason... Let's go over here so I can highlight it. There we go. But for some reason it unselected it on us, and I don't know why. We weren't trying to get the memory stone. Well, maybe I did that. Maybe that was on me. Yes, and this is near a, what do you call it, a sentinel hive. This particular rise right here. So, hard landing areas, it's difficult to find a landing area, but it's okay. You'll get something. This only has 2 bones, but still, we got them. We're up to 48. We need to get to 53. So we need 5 more bones. There's a bed right there, 224 away. Again, pretty close by. We could just, fly over. We could just, use our jetpack and go over there. But we'll have plenty of landing abilities if you can get it to land for you. Okay. 2 more bones. 3. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we got 2 more to go. Alright, 2 weak it says, and it's going to be in this direction. Which way is that? That's directly behind me. Alright. So it's at least 1,000. That should be good. Let's land here. Take a look. 600. Got 2 more sets over there if we need them, but we only need like a couple of bones and we're done. Yeah. We only need 2 more. So if we can get 2 here, we're in good shape. If we get more, it's bonus. The top. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll take that. It's just 1 bone. Go figure, right? It's a Jason day, apparently. There we go. Right over there. We'll grab those. Me and the ship, we're getting slapped around a little bit here. This should be the last time we have to land, because we only really need 1 bone. There we go, and looks like that's what it's going to give us. Alright, so we are at 53, I hope? Let's find out. We are at 53. We're going to get a bone at each of the 2 last rendezvous sites, so that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so let's use one of our life support gels. We should have enough launch juice to get off this planet, and 1 more launch after that. So we're done here. Let's go on to number... Is it rendezvous 4, I think? There it is. Make sure it's the wrong one. Only 66 light years, so it's really not that far. Like I said, though, that S-Class upgrade gives us the ability to go the extra couple jumps. We only need 2 more jumps. Let's get lined up with rendezvous 4. I think it's over this way. Yeah, there we go. So, we're going to line up, and we're going to take a look at our fuel situation. So let's look at our ship. As you see, we got 16% hyperdrive, so we should have at least 1 more jump left. Launch thrusters are good. Pulse engine's pretty good. And we still have 3 more launch fuels. So I'd say we're doing pretty good. Our inventory is getting full on our person, so I'm going to move stuff over until we get back down to that. And we don't need that. Okay. See? See how those bases really mess us up, folks? I know a lot of folks see the save beacons and you think you should go there. They don't always point to where you're looking at. This one is not. It's pointing at a base. So not a base, a building. I think it's over the rise over here. There it is. Nope, that's another building. It's over this way. This one's an odd one, I remember. It was like carved into the side of something. Oh, there's the glow right there. There it is, right in front of us. This time it had a base computer there. Thought it was a building. Let's see if we can land, because unfortunately with the person's base computer here, it makes it difficult to land. sometimes. So, and because their base is here, you may not be able to dig. So be careful about that. Okay, got another bone. That's 54. We don't need that. Okay, let's talk to the guy that's here. Where is he at? There he is. Okay, the paleontologist's attention is held by an image of a scaly creature on their datapad. They jab excitedly at the screen and then turn their attention towards me. Run, friend. Now, he's not really saying run. I wish, see, fossil, water creatures. Look, you, best friend. You find bones. Offer assistance. Is no water here now. I was. Water creatures past. Friend, look for bones. Supervisor, I not. Yeah, no, he isn't really. Okay, so we got to get that reward because we need the display. We're getting 7 more slots. Excellent. We're going to ignore that. And you notice it's not putting it in our ship because we're too far away from our ship right now. Where's the ship at? So I'm going to put this in the ship. There we go. And you'll see how many we got. We've got 20 upgrades for our freaking exosuit, dude. Imagine how many more we would have had if I hadn't taken the other 5, right? It's freaking awesome. All right, now let's go ahead and check the reward. Ancient skeleton and glowing minerals is what we get out of this. I'm going to hold off on that as well. Let's put down the, hey, come on now. Put down the one it wants us to. Highlight it. Do a skull. Whew, thank heavens, I thought I didn't have any. Let's put this guy in. And torso. Let's go with that one. What do we want? Is this wings? It says wings. 4 legs. I don't see anything that looks like 4 legs, so we'll use that. Hind legs. That. That is a really weird exhibit as well. Okay, good. Hang on to the exhibits. Like I said, you're going to need them later. All right, and we just need 1 more bone, and we're done, right? Okay, that's done. And we really need to do nothing else here, even though there seems to be stuff to do. Don't worry about it. Nutrient processor, you won't need it. Don't make it. You can use the grill that's next to Kronos up in the anomaly. So we're going to go straight on to 5 now. Get our last bone. See, this time, this part here on out is fairly simple. There's very little traveling, landing and taking off that we need to do. We'll have to take off 1 more time. There we go. Again, don't choose the wrong system. And this is the last hyperspace jump we're making, and you notice we never had to refuel our hyperdrive. And the place that we're going should be like right here. So you remember the pulse drive problems that we thought we might have? We don't. 43% and dropping. Yep. I don't think we drop below 40 the whole time. Alright, now it's daytime, so it's going to be kind of hard to see on the white landscape. Alright, I think we've gone far enough. Let's drop it in. And watch closely. Pop in. Is that it down there? No, that's not it. I want to say it's over here someplace, but I don't recall. Alright, we're going to use our finder to find this place. Alright, 171, 176, 199, we're going the wrong way, this way. Oh, there it is, it just popped in. Okay. We're here. Last bone. Let's go over here and grab it. Now while we're here, there it is, 55 bones. This wheelbarrow. Grab this. Watch the top right. You're going to get a softened marrow out of it. This wheelbarrow here. You'll get a second softened marrow. Those are the 2 you need. Trader. Gesturing at their datapad, the paleontologist twists together a trio of holographic helixes. Wow, that was a tough one, holographic helixes, and starts a sequencing algorithm. Site friends have, in contact, said good about you. Site, we seek the most fossil. You are ready for test. Oh boy. Is of who we are, friend. We seek bones of the ancient Gek ancestor, the. There we go. Reported to the final dig site. That reward we have to get. Now this we don't need. We get a trophy out of that, so we're going to hold off on that. This one we need because we need the protoform. There's our 7 more slots. We're not going to take it. And okay, good. And complete fossil. It'll give us that in a minute. Let's choose this one because we have to reassemble the protoform. That's this guy right here. Drop it down. Get that on the screen. There we go. And let's go ahead and build the fossil. Skull. I see. Let's choose something kind of wacky. How about this guy? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks like a warthog or something. Torso. Really doesn't make a difference. Let's go with this guy. The fins let it look really weird. Upper limbs need to be like upper limbs, I guess. Let's choose the wings. Yeah, that looks really funky. Lower portion. Yeah, we'll go with regulars. And the tail. Which tail do we want? I like this one. Extra curly. There we go. Packaged. And done. All 5 exhibits have been completed. Alright, now let's take a peek at number 5. So this one we're not going to grab right now, fossil sample. The Gek Relic times 10, we'll get 250 Quicksilver. That's going to be worth taking. We'll get it in a minute. But we still have to sell fossils at 2.5 million, as well as, where is it? Trade up one. Okay, so we have to exchange one, and we also have to sell 2.5 million. I'm going to keep that highlighted. So we're going to talk to this fossil collector right here. Browse the fossil archive. We're going to trade for one. So I'm just going to grab one like this one right here, and we're going to throw a couple in here. I'm going to put the mass skull in, and we'll do the newt skull. Moderate. As long as it says moderate, usually he accepts it. If not, drop one more in. So we've done the bone. See, traded fossils, so that's completed. Let's go back in. And this time we're going to sell. What you're going to sell is you're going to sell your exhibits. Unless you really want to take them with you, I suggest selling them. You see we're getting $500,000 for that. And down here it should show up. There's another $500,000. Another 600, so that's 1,600. Another $500,000. We're up to about 2,000 or more. And the last one, 575, ought to get us the rest of the way. So we're done. Wait for it. There it is, 2.5 million. All right, so what does that leave us? 1 is complete, 2 is complete, 3 is complete, 4 is complete, except for these 2, and 5 is completed. So what we need to do is we need to go and serve up the hardy stock as well as the bone to Kronos, okay? So let's go ahead and get those 2 done at one time. So the softened marrows are going to come in handy right about now. Now I'm not taking any of these bones with me to my regular save, just so you know. But we will take some stuff back. Bones are just not that. Hang on to those bones. Don't go start deleting them yet. We're going to serve one to Kronos. And if you're in single player rather than multiplayer, if you have multiplayer turned off, you always get this parking space. Alright, there we go. So the last 2 are going to be done as we approach Kronos. The first part is going to be done at his grill, so we'll go ahead and do that. There it is, the grill system. Drop in your marrow, go ahead and find it. And split, and put 1 in each slot. There's your bone broth. You don't have to take it. You could literally leave it in here if you wanted to. Do not feed it to him. It will not achieve the milestone, okay? That's not it. Kronos, yeah, they got a little jump on the music there. Present food. You want to do something that's a skull, rib cage, or something like that. We're going to go with the ancient rib cage. Ancient rib cage. Oh, the suffering I must endure in the name of culinary science. And that gets us our final milestone completed. You're complete, but not, if you will. So we are done with the expedition. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4, Phase 5, all complete. All 5 phases complete. Before I start accepting all of the updates, all the prizes, we're going to get rid of these bones. I don't need them, and I'm not taking them with me, because I need to make room in my inventory for stuff. So, like, for instance, I don't want the rocket boots, but I do want the expansions. I'll take those. I'll take this. It's worth a lot of money. These bones, the bones are always worth 72,000, but I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. Alright, so nothing else from here is needed. Do we need these upgrades? 279 light years is really not that great of a thing. If you want to just pull them out and take a look at them, you know, that's fine. 7% maneuverability, really not that great. Also, pulse drive, that's a normal sublight amplifier. So you really don't need these, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and grab it anyway and take it with me, because I think that's one that we don't have for our save. I think we've already got an Atlantid drive, but I'll grab one more because that is actually kind of a good thing to have. Launch auto chargers are always good to have. So those are 3 upgrades we'll take with. You notice we're down to 5% on the hyperdrive, right? So we really did utilize it perfectly. All right, and yeah, that's standard. That's a standard one. Well, what's the regular on this? 223. It's pretty good. If you don't have anything else to take with you, take it with. But that's 4 upgrades we're taking with us, so let's see what else we got. We got all these. I've already got those. That's okay. The best you can get on this is 10% across the board. So if you get 10, 10, 10, and 10 on all 4 of those, that's a great upgrade. That's not it. And these are pretty standard. Okay. Sprint recovery. I'm looking for something that has a good recharge rate. Sprint distance and sprint recovery is pretty good there. That's not bad. I've seen better, but it's pretty good. I'll probably go ahead and take that with. This is okay. It's not fantastic. And we've already got a personal refiner. We can take this with if we want, but there's really no reason to. All right, so what we're taking with, I'm going to move stuff over to our ship. And we never did use the navigation data, so that's good to know. That's not enough chromatic metal or life support gels to even worry about. I don't need any of the rest of these. So these are all coming with us. Okay? Let's get our prizes. Go to 1, we've already gotten everything out of that. 2, we got our living fossil companion egg. Okay. 3, hyperdrive upgrades, aquajets, those are all definitely worth it, plus your multi-tool inventory slots. We're not putting them in. Oh, I gotta go through the multi-tool too. Neutron cannon, we'll go ahead and grab it. Let's see. Teleport receiver, very handy. We put that on our ship. The starship inventory slots, very nice. We're not using them. And what does this give us? The Basilisk Crown multi-tools. Let's hold off on that for a minute. What do we got? Ancient skeleton glowing minerals. We'll go ahead and grab it. Nutrient processor plans. Okay. I don't know if that'll give us anything, but the 150 Quicksilver is definitely worth taking. What else we got? Titanic Trophy. Sure, we'll grab it. We'll have enough room in our inventory to take it with. A biological sample. Those are probably worth a little bit. A little bit of money. Diplo chunks and a giant egg. I don't know if those are worth anything, but we have to get them anyway. This one probably should give us titles. Oh, the Livingstone Hard Pack customization. Okay, we'll take that. Phase 5. Fossil sample, polished stone. We'll be moving stuff out of the inventory, don't worry. Gek Relic times 10 and 250 Quicksilver. The Quicksilver is really necessary. Gek Relic's not so much. Dirty Bronze. It's worth it. I'll probably take it with if we have the room. Polychromatic zirconium times 10 and dirt. I don't think either one of those are worth a lot. Maybe the zirconium is. And phase 5 gives us titles, plans, and relics decal plans, and the relics banner customization. Nothing that goes in my inventory. Finally, last but not least, we get the Livingstone customization set. And it'll tell us something. Oh, no, it doesn't, because we still have to get the Basilisk. Alright, let's see. So this is worth nothing. 300,000 units might be worth it. I'm going to get rid of the Gek relics, as well as the polished stone. That's worth something. That's worth nothing, except that 20% life support. That's interesting. I don't know, think about it. Titanic trophy's always cool. That's worth a lot. That is not worth anything at all. I'll take the glowing minerals back, probably in the state that they're in. Okay. How many upgrades? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 items we can take back with. So we will probably take those. Okay, and how many more items do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 items we can take back, so that's no problem at all. There's nothing else over here. What's in our multi-tool? I'm not really keen on taking the scatter blaster back or the scanner. Actually, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I might take that back. We'll see. And we can't. We only can take 10 back, so let me take the advanced mining laser back. Alright. So what can we leave behind? Sublight we're taking with. Atlantid we could take with. Auto charger's good. So we have... That's the hyperdrive. And the aquajets. Neutron cannon. Teleport receiver. Yeah, I know. That's the tough part. Okay, so we'll get rid of this. Get rid of that, and I think we'll get rid of that. We'll just take the original 10 back with us. Okay, what else in the multi-tool? So there's really nothing else here. It'll just be just like our other multi-tool, so I'm not going to accept this one back. So let's go ahead, go back into here. Phase 3 reward. And nice Basilisk Crown item, and it's got a good amount of stuff on it, include the advanced mining laser and optical drill, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and take this. Take multi-tool, and we're ready to go. And it's going to give us a message. Expedition complete. Congratulations, traveler. The expedition is complete. Return to the space anomaly to view your rewards and achievements. Exclusive expedition phase rewards are automatically available on all saves, so once we do it on one save, you get it on all. In addition, you will earn additional quicksilver, nanites, or units for feats accomplished during the expedition. Before finishing the expedition, use the expedition terminus to send valuable items back to your primary save. Surplus items will be processed into units or nanites as appropriate. So I probably should have left them in the inventory, right? Anyway, that's something to remember. I'll have to remember that. So we're going to go over here. Technology. Not the rocket boots. Everything but the rocket boots. Seems like we have a lot more here than I thought we did. Let me check here. Hold on. Teleport receiver. Did we take something back that I didn't intend to? Auto charger. Hyperdrive. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we only can take 8 back? Alright. So we'll get rid of the hyperdrive. And we'll keep that, I guess. That will keep. Alright. So we got 2 more items we can take with. Aquajets. Teleport receiver I do want to take. Sublight amplifier I definitely want to take. Alright, so that should be enough for now. We won't be able to take the companion egg back, but we'll get it with our... We can get it in the save anyway. So let me take the trophy back. We have a lot of things we can take back, so fortunately we'll be fine. Upgrades. 27 exosuit expansion units. Isn't that fantastic? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm really stoked about that. Giant eggs. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. And I don't think there's anything over here I want to take back. Really not. I'll take the life support gels, I guess. That'll be enough. Alright, that should be it. Let's end this. And here's where it gives you rewards based on the things that you collected along the way. Nice amount of nanites there. Wow, 10 million units. Nice. 4,500 nanites. Nice. Alright, good deal. And we're getting 400 quicksilver. That's not terrible. That's alright. And there it is. Completed. That's it. We finished our expedition. So this is going to kick us back into the anomaly where we started. And there we are. An hour and 45 minutes it took us to get all that done, but we're done. Now, real quick, I'm just going to do this and get back out of my ship. That gives us a restore point to work with, so we don't have to wait for the auto-save to kick in if it didn't already. So we're going to... Oops, I almost forgot. I'm running back there to go do my exosuit stuff, and I just realized I have to pick it up first. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take these things back. Okay, exosuit, ship. What's that? Teleport receiver. Put it in my exosuit because we're going to have to store it. Atlanta drive, we're going to be storing that. This is for the multi-tool. This is for my ship. Good. And let's take all the storage augmentations. There we go. Gels go on my suit. And these things, I'm just going to put everything in my suit because either we're storing it or we're going to set it up for display. All done. So we can create a multi-tool based on the basilisk crown. It will cost you nanites to do so. I am going to do it because I have slots available. I have multi-tool slots available right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. It's an A class. So there we go. And we can create a starship based on the ship in the voyage, but you know what? Really not interested in that. Okay. So here we go. We got our new multi-tools here. Isn't that pretty cool? We might be using it a little bit. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Let's get up here. It actually goes with the suit a little bit with the golden antlers on the thing. Nice. So we got the exocraft upgrade. Suit upgrade area here. So we can go ahead and use this. It says 1 expansion unit, but I'm going to go ahead and fill these out. So we got how many to go? 20. So we can line them all up down here. I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. And I think, you know what? I think that's enough for up top for now. We do have just one more row to go, and that's it. But I would really rather have the storage in my exosuit right now. That'll take up the last 10. There we go. So that is really cool. Look at all that extra room now. Isn't that fantastic? So I can start really lining this out. Let's see. I don't need that down there. Food, some wiring looms, gels. You guys. That's good stuff. There. Alright. Oh, let's put you down here too. Alright. And we got our multi-tool expansion slots, and we have our storage augmentation for our ship. So that gives us, with the 4 that we have, it gives us 9 more slots for one of our ships. Haven't decided where I'm putting them yet, though. That's interesting. For the starship, we've got the sublight amplifier. So this is going to amazingly increase the travel time, or decrease, if you will, travel time between systems. So you see maneuverability is 790. 832, 834. So we put it here, it'll probably be better. Wow, 878. Okay, so better spot right there. We'll leave it there. And this definitely needs, it's got plenty of that there, so that's handy. Alright, so this will really increase our speed, or decrease our speed to get places. We get 2 hyperdrive modules, and we've already got a bunch in here. 238, 220, and that one is 256. Okay, so what does this give us? 241, so that's better than these guys. So I'll uninstall you. 237. Wow, okay, that's really close. What were you at? 256. Okay, so that's good. So we'll take out the 237, but we're going to definitely hang on to it, I'll tell you that right. All right, put you back up here. Good deal. And the hyperdrive range is now up to 1700. So, and as we add more stuff to our hyperdrive, like the, it has a cadmium drive in here, and the emerald drive, as well as the Atlantid drive, we'll add more drives to this, and we'll actually increase that range a little bit. We might be able to encroach on the 2000 mark, so that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, really, right? Okay, we've got a launch auto charger, and I think I've already got one in this ship. Okay, so these need to be stored. I'm going to put them over in my suit and hang on to them so that I can store them later in my stuff. Okay, so great. I'm going to go ahead and sell a lot of these things off. What are we getting out of this? These will be stored. And I'll probably hang on to these things because some of these things are like rewards that are worth something, but I don't really need the money. You can see that. Hang on to the zirconium. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. And we're going to store a lot of these things away. But we will be opening up our multi-tool. We now have finally enough slots available to put into our multi-tool. The one that we have right now, this one, it's good. We should really open it up and add in some slots on this. But you see we got the supercharged slot here and we got one over here. So they're kind of a little bit further away. I like the multi-tool I've currently got, so I'm probably going to just switch over. You see, look at all that room I've got in there. It'd be great to add in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more slots here and a 7th one over here. That'll be really nice to add in some extra room on this multi-tool. Plus, getting it upgraded. It's time because I got plenty of nanites to do it. So I'll probably be doing that between episodes and I'll get this thing upgraded. Yeah, that should pretty much it, folks. So I want to thank you all for watching. This is nearly a 2-hour episode, I know, but it's a way to showcase the expedition, show you a little bit of an easier way to get it done, as well as to show you how you can do it within your own save, as at this point. So let me get back to my base. I think I am already in the same system, so it'll only take a moment. Any moment. There we go. And I'm going to go over here to here first. I think I only got one slot available over here, but there we go. I don't think any of those things can go in there, can they? Yep, one of them could. Okay. That's the best way to do it. Just try to put them in and see what happens. There we go. None of these will go in, see? Because of the fact that the inventory's full. It's just that simple. Alright, and we keep the upgrades. Later on, what I'll end up doing is I will go through these upgrades and decide what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. There we go. And that upgrade can go in. So we got 9 storage augmentations. That's awesome. I do want to upgrade my multi-tool, though. Alright, and I'll put that someplace in my base. I think that would be a nice addition to our base here. There it is, Titanic Trophy. We'll just stick it in the corner over here. I think that'll be good. Or maybe right in the middle where we can trip over. You know what's really great about this, though, too? Is you can increase its scale. I can make this thing very big. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Takes a moment to render. Look at that. Nice. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, good deal. And last but not least, we want to do the multi-tool. I figured I'd do that with you here as a little bonus to the mission. Space stations, you want to look for something that says current system. There it is. Should pop out immediately. There we go. We're just going to run upstairs real quick. To the multi-tool terminal right here. It's time to upgrade this guy. Let's see. Upgrade the class, 50,000 units. upgraded. We now have an S-Class up multi-tool, so we can take a peek at it. Let's see where the supercharged slot ended up. Supercharge, 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 and supercharge. They're all right here. They're all right here. Those four. That was cool. So we ended up with a pretty decent tool here. 73,000, the damage potential went up to. 90,000. Oh my gosh, I don't believe this. This is fantastic. I can put it right here and make it a little bit more easier to deal with. So that's great. 90,000 damage potential. That is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and add in the multi-tool slots. We have 7 of them we can put in. And one more. So there it is. And we can put 2 more slots in if we wish. We got the money to do it, but boy, it's expensive. See, a new slot is 600 million units if we want to. We don't have that kind of money. And I ain't spending that kind of money. We'll have to get some more upgrades later on and see what we can do. But this allows me to get this moved around a little bit and clean it up. See? So now my... there we go. Now this guy's all in one spot, and we can move some stuff around and get it out of the way. There we go. See? A little bit cleaner. A little bit easier to deal with, as you can see. I like that better. Okay, good. So, yeah, look at the damage potential. 90,000 damage on this particular neutron cannon. We're going to have some fun with those Sentinels later, I'll tell you that. All right, good deal. And we actually have the nanites to upgrade our ship as well to an S-Class if we wish. But I might just do that. Let's see. Let me take a look at the upgrades. I can purchase more storage for 75 million. I'm going to look like I'm doing that, but I'm not. But I just want to show you what we've got right now. It's not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do the upgrade, I think. Upgrade to Starship. Upgrade class for another 50,000. Here we go. It's now an S-Class ship. Let's take a peek at it real quick. S-Class. Where's our supercharged slot? Wonder where it ended up. So we got that one there. I don't see it anywhere. So there's one there, of course. Oh, they're right here. 2 supercharged slots right here for my Luminous engine. Okay, we may have to move that around. It's good to have it for your hyperdrive a little bit as well. And the pulse drive is good to have it in the supercharged slot too, but I want to move it around. So I'm going to probably rearrange this. I'm going to get my Infraknife accelerator, which is currently doing about 43,000 damage in regular mode, and I'm going to put it over here and get them lined up a little bit. So that'll boost the power on that thing. Okay, yeah, we got some work to do. So I will be getting that done, and I will do that between episodes, and you'll be seeing that showcased in episode 15 as we get to that point. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. I hope this taught you something about the expedition and about how to bring stuff back and forth, and what you can and can't do within the expedition as well. If you have questions or just comments or things to help out, especially you folks who have been here and playing the game a while, if you have other ideas or other options that you want to throw at people to say, hey, this is another way you can do this, please put it in the comments section. You know, I always appreciate it. I appreciate the backseat driving, and yeah, by all means, drop a message in there. You know I'll respond. Take care, everybody. Again, thank you very much. Hit like, hit sub, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.